first thing that sprung to mind was in describing the unconscious mind. Every morning you get up and you get ready for work and you put your clothes on. And as you're putting your clothes on, you're thinking about the next things you're going to do, your day ahead. And you're not thinking, how do I get dressed today? You're not thinking, how do I put this shirt on? How do I put these trousers on? You just do it. But some point when you were a child, somebody taught you how to do those things. And back then, your conscious mind was doing the learning. You were cognitively involved in that process, in that learning. But from that point on, you've never had to give it a second thought. What's interesting about that is, had you learnt that wrong, you've gone to school. And if you had your jumper on your legs or your trousers on your head, somebody would have said, that's not right. You need to go away and rethink how you do that. At the same time that you were learning how to get yourself dressed when you were small, you were also learning internal processes and internal reactions and internal behaviours that were much less visible to other people. And at the same time that you then were able to get up and get dressed, you were also exhibiting behaviours that were less visible to other people, and they were just happening naturally. And those cues were repeating as you were growing up into adulthood. And what behaviour may have been appropriate to you when you were 3 or 4 years old may still be repeating itself, but isn't necessarily helpful or appropriate these days. And a good example of that may be if somebody was bellowing at you, your reaction to that as a young child may be something that you still repeat inadvertently as an adult or through adolescence and into adulthood. But that reaction may not now be appropriate. But it's not something that other people are going to comment on. They may not necessarily see it, or you may not necessarily have the tools to be able to relearn that particular behaviour. And that's the difference between overt and outward behaviour and the inward behaviours that we have, that we're all learned in the same way. And what TPM can help you to do is to access the source of that, the first learning event that took place, and change the perspective and try and reprogram that memory and how it's imprinted and re-imprint that, so that nowadays those cues trigger a different response in you, and that will help you to go forward in life feeling much happier within yourself.
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
Really?
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Thank
really
you.
good.
Brilliant.